Hi awesome people, my name is Josephine. I'm an artist, animator, and creative adventurer, and it is the end of 2020. And I thought I would do something a little different. I have been working on trying to be more real and open with everyone, and I want to do a letter to myself at the beginning of the year, and I thought it would be nice to share that with you all in being more open and being more visible and authentic. Um, I have always struggled with trying to present the real me online, because I can sometimes be a reserved person when it comes to the internet space. So I'm going to just let this be a video of whatever and allow myself to be rambly, and if everyone likes it, I might start doing more of these to share that with you. So let's see, a letter to myself at the beginning of 2020. So dear Josephine, 2020 is going to be absolutely nothing like you think it is. And that's, every year, honestly. But this is going to be something even to an extreme that you won't necessarily be emotionally capable of handling. And you're gonna shut down a lot more than usual. And that's okay. You're going to learn different or rediscover things as far as like coping mechanisms and finding different ways to comfort yourself when you feel lonely, since you won't be able to go out like you usually do. That loneliness is definitely going to come back, but you are also going to make some really nice friends, and you're going to strengthen your friendships with the people that you adore the most in the world, and that's fantastic. And with that comes a lot of heartache. This year is going to be full of heartache in ways that you would not even be able to imagine. You are going to experience trauma after trauma after trauma in ways that I am still working through right now. And that's just how it is for 2020. That's you're gonna use 2020 like a swear word. It's going to be such an experience. Now, the thing that you really enjoy and have to learn to cope with in a new way is learning how to slow down and work with more of your natural rhythms than you've ever been allowed to work with. You found that outside of having to do stuff in the day, you actually prefer to be awake and be present in only about in between 8 to 10 hour spurts, with a 2 to 3 hour nap respectively in the afternoon, to a mostly night sleep from about 1 in the morning to about 8. And that's not including any of the random hiccups that just happen. As far as your creative goals, you are going to soar. You got a position in a studio for a 10-week thing, and that's awesome. That's exciting, and it is getting you steps closer to your goals and dreams of finally being able to have something sustainable in your fields of animation and social media, because that is something that you're still very passionate about. though you would like less to have to do with scheduling. Scheduling is actually the bane of your existence, and that's okay. You don't mind creating schedules, you just don't like scheduling things out, and that's fine. You are going to learn all sorts of cool business things that are super applicable, and you're going to help your mom get to amazing heights in 2020 and really help her build up her business and continue to detox from what her business used to be into what it is now, really stepping into her whole self. And you did it. Yeah, you did it. Congratulations, Josephine. You really were able to encompass that kind of momentum and hold that space for your mom in the ways that you love and helping her build her business. And in turn, there's a lot of supportive stuff that she was able to help you with. You're going to have a surprising amount of clients, both good and bad, this year. And it is all thanks to all of the networking that you've worked so hard over the past 3 years to do. So keep it up. Keep up all the networking, all the communicating, and all of that. You are going to achieve your dream of finally getting some bookshelves for your house and be able to do a lot of the home improvement stuff that you have been meaning to get to for ages, but you've just been so busy being out and about and living your life in the best way that you thought you could. And that's a lot of what this year is thought about, is living your life in the best ways you can, because there were a lot of ups and downs, and it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Personally, it was great. You got so much done. You completed D&D t-shirt designs. That's absolutely fantastic. That's amazing as far as like creative goals go. It was a mad fervor of inspiration turned year-long project that you were able to complete. And you find that you actually really like doing backgrounds first when it comes to animation, which is very surprising. So that way it helps you set the scene a little bit better in your head rather than trying to jump into the animation line and all of that. So backgrounds first after you do the initial sketch and animatic of whatever you're trying to do. So that's good to know. Sadly, a lot of the stuff that you did for your portfolio is actually not good for your portfolio, which sucks and causes you to have one of the worst meltdowns that you've ever had, that required you to get onto a form of antidepressant supplements. You're still dealing with some of the medical challenges that you have always been off and on dealing with. Some of it got a little bit exacerbated, and you are officially lactose intolerant. So, hi! That is a thing that happened this year. Let's see. Some of the other art things that you were able to achieve as you built up a lot of good character design stuff, again in a mad dash fervor to take care of stuff and do stuff and support a lot of things that you do with a CFAC. The CFAC Festival is the animation festival for the Southeast chapter of the International Animation Association, that you have continued to work and build up. You now have a team of 6 people that you work with, which is mind-blowing. So we're gonna organize and organize and organize and do what you do best and build schedules and all of that stuff for the new year, which is, wow, that's amazing. You build up contacts with libraries, you talk with different studios, and you have a fun time. So many Zoom meetings. So many Zoom meetings. Let's see, what else was good? You watched so many different dramas, and you are really, really into more of the Chinese period dramas and the Chinese web novels. That is a thing that you jumped from mangas to web novels, but that's not really a surprise because you've always been really passionate about that. As far as storytelling goes, you get a little better at it. You get a little bit more comfortable, and you begin creating these amazing designs called Danger Babies, and you are working on their storyline. You actually are mostly finished with them. You just need to ink the last few pages of the story and do videos for that. And you have found that you love doing TikToks. That is something that is super fun for you in a very creative and expressive way, and you just let it be whatever you want it to be. Yeah, it's a little art-centric, but that's honestly just you. Doing crafts and painting and art is always going to be a part of you, but you do share a lot of your story, especially as you become more comfortable with sharing more of being a dyslexic and how being a dyslexic and having a processing deficit is a lot different than what other people say it should be. And you've always known this to be true for yourself. And you have a lot of people who are willing to step forward and support you and find tools to help support you alongside of the tools that you needed to remember to use. So, yay, congratulations to you. You did it. You survived this year. And we all survived this year. What else? What else can I say about everything that encompasses the deep loathing I have for this year, yet the compassion that I work hard to maintain throughout the year? That is something that you do your best to stand for what you believe in through all the turmoil, and even like just doing the best that you can. That's a lot of what you do this year. Is do the best that you can. Some of it you're really proactive about, other bits not so much. And all of that's okay. You end up not doing a lot of fashion stuff like you usually do. And that's a little sad. But it's also, you finally understand why people have mom jeans and just wear t-shirts and sweatshirts at home all the time, especially if they're not going out places as much. You love mama ramen. That is absolutely something that you enjoy. And overall, I am grateful for what this year has shown me. I do a little bit more cynical, and it is true what they say: as you get older, you definitely are not willing to take any kind of crap anymore. So that is definitely a thing that happens. I'm grateful for the person that I am because of this year. So now we're gonna say hello to 2021. I don't know what this year is going to hold for me. I don't know what the new year Josephine is going to have to face, and as always, you're gonna have plans and goals that go awry, and you are definitely you definitely work differently than how you think you should work, because you are such a neurodivergent, crafty, loving, exploratory individual. But I do know this, that you're great at adapting to change. And as we enter into 2021, you're going to go a little bit more cautiously. I definitely know I am going to step into this year with as much grace and ease as possible. I feel like I'm going to be playing the Pink Panther song as we see how this year goes, where it goes doo-doo, da-doo, da-da, 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 da-da-da-da-da. Because 2020 has really taught us quite a bit. Hoo-wee, has it taught us quite a bit. So, with that being said, the one thing that I know you're going to do a lot of, that I know I'm going to try my best to push forward for this year, is to do more storytelling. That is the one thing that I've been holding back on for years. And years and years and years. Some of it has been, I'm afraid of people stealing my ideas, which now that I am actively and in the creative sphere and doing all sorts of amazing things, there is absolutely no such thing as an original idea. And ideas get stolen all the time. It's how you work and play with them, and telling your story is the most important thing about this. So here's to a year of storytelling. Let's really make it count. Love you. And to all of you beautiful listeners, thank you for joining me as I share my goodbye to this year letter to myself and to all of you. If you haven't checked out my website and store where I have awesome things and t-shirts, the D&D designs that I was talking about are over on my website at josephineanimates.com. Go check it out. Get a t-shirt of your own. I will be releasing all of the class designs as soon as possible, aiming for January 15th, but we'll see. I will also have stickers and other cool stuff up there if you want to check it out. Thanks so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you all in the new year. And a big reminder that you did your best and you survived this year. And that is the most important thing. So let us continue to survive. Your value is not dependent on what you produce in this world. It is dependent on you doing your best to be the best you that you can possibly be. So keep doing your best to be the best you. And let's continue to survive and thrive. Let's not leave that out. Let's thrive too.